On the surface, it sounds like a great idea, a proposal to protect consumers from illegal robocalls. Illinois Senator Dick Durbin is behind the legislation, but two investigator Dorothy Tucker discovered it may not actually silence your phone.
This year, it's going to top 60 billion robocalls.
That's Senator Dick Durbin, along with Attorney General Kwame Raoul, recounting the hassles of robocalls.
I am frequently victim of receiving these robocalls.
I've received robocalls talking about my Social Security benefits.
And so have lots of other people, including folks I've featured in my past stories.
It ranges probably from about 4 to 8 or 9.
A day.
A day.
On the surface, the idea of legislation to silence the robocallers is welcome.
It's going to increase the penalty to $500 per occurrence.
I just don't know if this bill is going to be, the panacea that really fixes anything.
I talked to Roger Chang, a technology expert with CNET, part of the CBS family.
Can the U.S. do anything to stop these scammers who are overseas? Is this $500 going to mean anything to them?
When you look at the total volume of robocalls being generated, a lot of them are made overseas, and that's sort of the limitation of where these laws kind of face, right? With folks who are doing this overseas, there really isn't a lot of laws, rules, or penalties that can be enacted on them.
The legislation would also encourage carriers to use technology to stop what's called spoofing. That's where the scammers put a bogus number on the caller ID.
Isn't that already being pushed by the FCC?
Yes, the FCC has already sort of given mandates for the carriers to start doing a little bit better in terms of being able to identify spoofed calls.
I've made these robocalls on behalf of candidates, maybe even done it on my own campaign. It's over. I'm sick of it. I think most people are sick and tired of it. As good as my message might be, as well delivered as it may be, people are sick of these calls.
Then a candid admission from Senator Durbin that he's used robocalls in his campaign. He'd like to stop political robocalls as well.
Will this really make an impact?
If it does, that's great. I think just generally we could all live our lives with fewer robocalls, and that'd be great.
With or without this legislation, the FCC has given the cell phone carriers a deadline of November to install technology that should severely limit robocalls. How? The new system would warn you before you answer that call coming in that it is likely from a bogus number. Dorothy Tucker, CBS 2 Investigators.